All right, 5:47 p.m. Thursday, February 24th, 2026. We're at the Merriam Community Center for the Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting. Jesus.
Is that?
We miss you in the mornings.
Oh, yeah,
Got it.
I come all throughout the day now, so
But not
not as much, no, not as much in the morning. Yeah.
Good night, see you tomorrow.
Your absence is no.
Well, thank you.
Been buttering my bread a long time, Joe.
See if it will work for me now.
Oh, it wasn't flat.
I think I'm just gonna go.
Thank
Hi, how are you guys? Chilly on the sun's out. It's supposed to be nice. Yeah, they were saying the door broke from the wind today.
Reflection is disorienting.
That glass is very clean.
This is. In my restaurant, you'd be surprised at how many people put their hands on the windows of a door.
Hard
Glass.
The doggy nose prints on the door,
Yeah,
doing the door.
my car window has a permanent spot, it seems, of the dog nose.
Yeah.
The back seat.
I'll miss it when it's gone, for sure.
Tell myself that as a mom, if I someday I'll be wanting a monster clean up, right?
We lost one a couple years ago, and it's still
Still stings. Yeah, they're hard.
Camille was her name.
What was it?
Camila. She was tiny. Rough, no pun intended. She was more of a yip dog.
What is she?
Yeah.
Mine is
Ankle biter.
Yeah, definitely.
we have a German short hair, and I have to joke, she has like a love-hate relationship with us, because sometimes she just would rather not be bothered. She has to be outside sniffing and hunting. She comes and checks that we're still there.
They came in last week and said they fixed it, but tonight when I go to connect everything, it's just not connecting, so I've tried what I know, and at this point, I'm just gonna makeshift something else work.
Do you have the same hardware as the library? There's
Yeah.
Mitcher. Good to have a standby though.
Reminds me of the cart in the store that used to be there.
I know, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, I hope this has a,
Two is one, one is none.
No, I just hope it has a, well, I meant where's the remote for it? Because I don't know if that one's gonna work or not. Oh, it should, it's the same type of TV. Oh, I have to plug it in. Here. Ooh, challenging today. There you go. Oh, thank you. I knew it was someplace.
I'm gonna put together a neighborhood cleanup in the next month or so,
Yeah,
probably.
there's 3 of them.
In Timber
I
Ridge, at
just-
Chapman Park. We're doing the Adopt a Park program. If you're interested, I'll drop you a line once we have a date picked out.
Thank you.
Already busy on birthday. Unfortunately, and unfortunately.
Pitched the
Another
idea,
fun. Huh?
I pitched the idea to the neighborhood and I
There we
got
go.
like 25 responses.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Out of 37 houses.
Excellent.
Hey Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi. Did you see the email I sent to Doug?
Did, I was
Okay.
just looking at it, see if there's anybody else.
No, I haven't heard from anybody else.
Thank you for contacting the county. Of course, what you wrote was really nice
Oh.
and tactful.
Try.
I probably would not have done that.
I try. We, have a long-standing relationship, so trying to find the next one. I do. This is not working, so I'm gonna have to contact them tomorrow. I'm gonna take care of that before I leave. Oh, I was
Is the
gonna
sculpture
close
working
it
yet?
all up before I got your hair until I
Yeah.
came.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Art outside?
okay, well, they aren't shut,
Huh?
Does anyone
Oh,
know
I
if the art
did.
is lighting up yet again?
What's that again, say again?
The art sculpture in the courtyard,
What about it?
is it lighting up anymore?
I don't know, I didn't notice it when I came in.
I miss it.
I've been here about 10 minutes or so.
think
Maybe
the
longer.
outside lights are on yet.
And probably fixed it.
Hey David, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Good, David.
Good evening, everyone. Hey Billy, what's in the middle of our table? What's in the middle of our table?
A recording device permitted by COM.
I believe it's permitted by COMA, but that's in the middle of our discussion. You are not allowed to be in the middle of our discussion. I think we've had this conversation before. Have we not?
I wouldn't characterize it as a discussion, you said some things before.
I've said that you cannot record, that's going to be a distraction. and something that's going to distract my board from an open conversation. You're in the middle of our table.
I'm literally sitting on the,
No,
against the
your
wall.
recording device is in the middle of our table. Why?
Because that's the optimal location for audio in a room like this.
But you have a recording device. Why do we need to have it in the middle of our table?
Why are we having this discussion? The coma doesn't limit the number of recording devices.
But I don't think it can be a disruption to my meeting.
Has it?
Well, it could distract my board members from a discussion because now they see a camera in front of them.
I don't think anyone has been distracted until you started hyperventilating.
Don't assume that, please.
No, I
Thank you.
would prefer not to have something pointed at me,
It's literally not pointed anywhere.
with a lens looking at me.
It's looking in all directions. It's not looking at anyone.
Is that one not sufficient?
Again, coma doesn't limit it to just one. This is more ideal. It's got better audio. So I'd like to use this, but I want to make sure it works before I go to them, like as a permanent thing.
I'm going to ask that you not put it in the middle of our discussion.
Or what?
I'm asking that you remove your recording device from the middle of our discussion because it is a distraction to my board that needs to have a discussion across the table. They're gonna be focused on that instead of focused on the discussion we need to have this evening.
I mean, there's a phone in the center of the table too, a giant desk phone.
That has been here since the day we walked into this room.
Yeah,
That's not recording.
that doesn't matter. I mean, my question to you was, or what? What do you?
I'm politely asking,
Okay.
out of the respect for my board,
I appreciate the politeness. I really do. Thank you.
then I would expect you to acknowledge my request and remove your device. You have a device on the side of the room.
I believe I explained that I'm trying to transition to that.
What about some feedback from us? I mean, we're the board members sitting here, ready to have a meeting and work. So
What
would
feedback?
it be courteous of you to explain what it's for and then ask if we have a preference on if you use it or not? Because this is our meeting, it's a public meeting, but we are the board members.
Okay. I mean, you know what it's for. It's for recording the meeting.
How does it work and why does it need to be in the middle of the table instead of using what you have over there?
Because some of you face away from that, so the audio is poor. So having a device in the middle of the table is the designed location for that type of device with this setting. I don't hear how it actually interrupts anything. I hear that you don't like it, and I'm sorry. That's not my intent. My intent is to adequately record the meeting.
I mean, to be fair, I think the conversation we're having indicates it's disruptive.
Nobody had any problem with it till Anna brought it up. I mean,
You don't.
I wondered what it
We
was.
don't know that. It's intrusive, and we prefer we're in the middle of the table, and if you're saying that our concern for the progress of our meeting is unimportant to you, that's duly noted. Thank you.
You're putting words in my mouth.
Does
And the answer's
anybody here-
starting timely.
Like having the microphone in the middle of the table?
No.
But I'm like,
Seems redundant to me.
Can we keep it on your person? We're not saying you can't record.
He's already recording.
Statute does not merit that.
They're asking a
It's
reasonable
6
limit on
o'clock.
how many
I'd like to
devices.
start the meeting.
You're
I'd like
not
the meeting to be
facilitating the meeting, Billy, this is Anna's meeting, and we're the board members, and it is intrusive, and we'd prefer it if you didn't have the recording device in the middle of our conversation.
No,
So would it be reasonable for you to have like a proposal of non-intrusive locations and we could, I mean, you could still have your two devices, but maybe we could table that until next time instead of it being like a,
is
Right there.
there any written policy on that matter, or, I mean, my question was, or what, right? If I don't move it, what are you gonna do?
Do you want, I just like, at this point, like preserving the relationship that you have with the people in this room. Because everything you've done for the last year when you've been recording these meetings has been inconsiderate, very confrontational, and deliberate. And you've never once asked anybody or informed anybody when you originally started recording the conversations. You know as well as everybody here and anybody who's listened to the meetings, there's nothing confidential that we don't want people to know, but it's just the practice and the way you do this and approach it. It's really inconsiderate. You're not partnerly, and we don't appreciate it.
Well, I didn't disrupt a thing. Anna brought
No.
this topic up and disrupted. I'd love if the meeting would start.
I'm gonna remind you once again, like I did 2 weeks ago, this is not something that we as a city recognize as being acceptable behavior.
And And I like it.
And I don't believe we let you just set this up wherever in other city meetings, so I don't appreciate the fact that you came in tonight and put the camera in the middle of our meeting where we need to have a conversation. Whether or not I brought it up before the meeting or not, this would have been a topic of conversation at some point. So, again, I'm not 100% sure why this needs to be in the middle of the table. If it's goading us or just trying to make somebody upset,
It's better audio, that's all.
What's your underlying like intention, like with the whole, like, there's a bigger underlying current of your own issues that you have decided to bring to our meetings.
I'm proud of our city and its meetings. I think that people need to be able to see it and hear it clearly.
If they wanted to, they would come to the meeting, wouldn't they? You
I
found
don't
your
want
way
this
there.
pointed at me, so I'm going to move it to the next slide. I think it's incredibly inconsiderate, and I want it noted in the meeting minutes and on the video that no one here is supportive of that. Or your approach, by the way you interact at these meetings.
May I just recommend that we put the camera back how Billy had it
I'm not
until,
touching it again. You can touch it if you want.
it's his property, so I think we should put it back how it was and let him remove it.
I appreciate that, it's noted.
I'm not bothered.
Okay.
Okay, let's call our meeting to order. The only person missing is Doug, is that correct? Okay. Are there any members of the public who have comments? And just as a reminder that individuals making comments are limited to 3 minutes that are not on our agenda.
so the first one on the agenda would be KU, and I don't see them here this evening. I think you guys are both with the Orchid Society. So if, we'll start with you guys, and if KU shows up, then we'll go to KU.
You're on.
I am Crystal Remington, acting board member of the Kansas City Orchid Society, and
I'm Ann Monkish, I'm the current president of the Orchid Society. And so we are coming here today, we appreciate the opportunity to speak with you. But we have, our society's been meeting at the Merriam Community Center, just down the hallway there, every month, and it's really been a great community space for our members to get together. Our organization is a nonprofit. We, basically our goal is to be educational, teaching the public and our members about growing orchids as well as conservation efforts for native orchids as well. So our ask today is similar to asks in the past, is that we have our annual orchid auction, which is our primary fundraiser, really just so that we can keep afloat and continue our educational efforts. We're not trying to make a profit. So the auction in April is a fundraiser, and we are asking for to be able to have the non-commercial rate, so that we could pay that instead of the commercial rate. So we definitely appreciate your consideration and your time, and we can answer any questions. So hear about the auction if you have any questions.
Madam Chair. About how many people come to the event annually, would you say, just roughly?
I think it's range, it's usually in the 100 to 150 that comes to the auction.
plus the few of the volunteers.
Yes.
How do you use the funds that you raise?
Yeah, so we use it, every year we have, a designated conservation effort that we pay for, so, either for prairies and things like that, for native orchids. This year we are working, with Powell Gardens and their orchid conservation, as well. Then the rest of the funds go for paying rent for the facility, whatever we need for, putting on shows and stuff like that, which we do 3 or 4 times a year, supplies, speakers, for educational as well.
That's pretty much it, yeah, it's basically just to keep us afloat.
Yeah.
Because we meet here every month for a couple hours, and, yeah, so that's mostly the stuff that goes, our biggest fee, not in the speakers that come and speak to us.
The third time the event will have been here?
Yeah, this will be the third.
Has there been any like changes or lessons learned from the other times, or kind of?
For the auction, yes, we used the other room, that was maybe the big thing, we needed more space. Because we got bigger.
That's a good thing, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and even a little bit more time is, was setting up as our society is actually growing, so we needed more space and time.
It's been very helpful. Last year we piloted using the room over there. A bunch of our members came and helped us set up instead of, one person having like hundreds of orchids in their house on top of the hundreds that we already have. But it helped kind of just us getting organized, and it really helped us moving into the room. So it's kind of we're learning every year, and I think last year was really good.
How do you advertise for the event?
So we have flyers. I'm sorry, I don't have one on me right now, but we do a lot of Facebook with other societies. We also do that, and then our members will take the flyers and kind of distribute them to different nurseries, or I think some people leave them at other grocery stores or wherever they have their other community connections. So.
Could we ask that you supply a flyer that we could put in minutes, and then that would just be distributed?
Yeah. Yeah, then we'll get a copy.
When it goes
Yeah,
around?
we just had them printed, so they're at the printer and stuff.
Can it be a virtual?
I just need a PDF.
Yeah.
We can send that.
Yep, absolutely, we have that.
Cause yeah, every year you guys talk about it, and either halfway, I forget, but also like I talk about it, but I'm like, oh yeah, when was it? I have to like pull up meeting minutes, and yeah, if we had a flyer, that'd be awesome to distribute.
That's really cool.
How broad is your reach as far as the attendees are concerned?
I think it varies every year. I know some years we've had people from St. Louis, Oklahoma,
Okay.
Wichita, so really kind of the Midwest.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Great.
Do you guys work with Deep Roots at all? Do you know them?
Not specifically with the Orchid Society, I have worked with Deep Roots for other things, but just.
Another education people.
Yeah, yeah,
I've been on the garden school, so I'm really interested in the conservation, and really supportive of that, so.
We have a conservation chair. I think Mike might know.
Yeah, Deep Roots.
He probably
Yeah,
does,
he
but
works with.
he works with the different conservations and then kind of gives us recommendations on who we're gonna donate conservation funds to.
I'll make sure we get your.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So we'll vote on this later?
Yeah, so just as a
Yeah.
reminder, this
Okay.
comes back as new business next month. Staff will prepare a memo making a recommendation for what we wanna do for the April event. And then, we'll go forward for there, cause tonight was just about April, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. Yeah, thank you for the time.
Thank you, guys.
You can stay for the whole meeting if you want, and have tons of fun. Or you could get out while you can.
Up to you.
It's up to you.
We're not serving anything.
Appreciate it.
Well, appreciate your time.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
I don't know why KU's not here, they were supposed to be, so.
They were just gonna present what they were after.
The same thing as boys, but they requested a long time ago. I've sent a message to Cole, and he hasn't answered me either, so.
Did we hear about this already?
I don't think we.
We,
Maybe
in
it's
the
just
past,
familiar.
we have,
Okay.
this would be the first request for this year.
For their fundraiser where they do the lap swimming, like they raise money, their swimmers.
Have they asked for comp staff time in the past?
We do not comp staff time.
I just noticed that they asked for it.
They do, and we never acknowledge, we don't, because that's setting a precedence
Yeah.
that we don't want to.
Just wanna make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just hold on that for next time, or do you want us to
Well, we'll
review
see
it?
if somebody shows up.
Okay.
I've sent, like I said, I sent a text to Cole, and I thought he was gonna be here too but anyway, we'll just see if you can see if there's any other public comments, and we can move on.
But we have the description.
We have
in
the
packet,
description.
And we've heard it before, so I think we can act on it next time if we want to.
Sounds good to
Or
me.
we feel comfortable.
Are there any other public comments?
Sure, I'll be brief. I want to thank this board for the service that you provide to the city. This is something you should be proud of, something I am proud of and happy to share and help archive for posterity. That is a major motivation for recording and sharing these meetings, whether you believe that or not. As you see in the case of the TV today, technology fails. That's why having a backup is intelligent. That's why I didn't just switch over and get rid of the old one, but this is a more ideal route, I believe. What?
No.
Because it doesn't have like a phone call ringer, it doesn't overheat like a cell phone can. I've had technical difficulties, believe it or not, over the years doing this. And so this is a more reliable and efficient method, and thank you for understanding.
If you are pleased with the sound quality from this device, is there a way that it can eventually be mounted to the side, kind of the way that that is?
I don't think so. Sound is, it's being captured in a specific location. You know what I mean? Like, if you mount it out in the hallway, it's not gonna work. If you put it off to the side, it won't work quite as well.
So perhaps all this time that you didn't use that, your audio was not very good?
Yeah, actually.
I will say, yeah, I didn't realize it until it got turned my direction. The eye is very like, it is just,
A little intrusive.
Whatever, it is very, reminds me of the, AI or, future, the eye looking at you sort of thing.
I promise it's not gonna hurt you.
I know.
There might be one of the TVs, actually a lot of TVs these days do have cameras. But
yeah.
it's not gonna beep or jump off the table, it's not gonna
Not yet.
touch anyone.
Yeah, so, but that fisheye lens is very, distracting, there's lots of, microphones out there, and, I would say, when it's looking at you, it's like, you feel like you're talking to it sort of thing. But that's my only, my comment is,
No, I see a lot of reflection off that desk phone too, but yeah, thank you guys.
Anything else? Let's move on to approval of the January 27th, 26th meeting minutes. You get a chance to review those, and does anybody want to make a recommendation to approve them?
I recommend we approve the January 27th minutes.
Second.
You got it. You're faster.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Right, and staff reports.
Great. So you can see that, one person show this evening, Abby is on vacation, so, and without an assistant director, we're gonna make this work, so I apologize, I'm kind of playing two, hats tonight. The community center update, there's a memo included in your packet. At this time, I have no updates to that information that was shared, so if there's any questions or clarification that is required, I'll be glad to take that at this time.
When will we see the dogs? Will we be able to see the dogs?
If you're here when they're here. I know that sounds very
No, I mean, like,
snippy,
is
but
it during the day?
it's all times, and it's very cool to watch. They're very well mannered.
I can't wait.
And they've been on site many times already. They come out, they bark, the geese fly away. They're trained, they're on a call button back, calls them back. They are well mannered. So, I mean, it is really brief when they're here. They don't stay for hours upon hours, but they're here to just kind of be just to disrupt them so that they don't get comfortable.
I know that they swam around in the pool. That couldn't be healthy.
Well, as the memo stated, their feces carry a lot of bacteria, and our main concern is cryptosporidia. If we get that, we're down for the summer. So we have to do something, and everything we've tried in the past hasn't. So as stated in the memo, this is also something that has been endorsed by the Humane Society and U.S. Fish and Wildlife. So this isn't something that we didn't pay attention to the federal guidelines. This is one method that they also recommend, so.
I liked that the city put a post up about it too, so if people see it, they won't be worried.
That was kind of our thought.
Are we looking to expand any other animals for facility maintenance, like goats?
Goats,
Yeah.
I don't think so at this point.
Have any rodent problems?
I don't think we'll be expanding animal use. The nice thing about these is they're outside, they come, they go, they're gone. We don't really have a lot to take care of there.
Have you seen those goats though? The ones
I
you
have,
hired?
yeah.
It's really entertaining.
They are. They're also very gross.
Is there a timeline for a assistant director replacement?
I can touch on that. Sorry, I'm just trying to make a few little notes here so I can think about it. We have restructured. We are not gonna be hiring an assistant director. We're gonna be hiring a superintendent of recreation facilities. That position has posted. We've already gotten several applications. I'm supposed to be on vacation starting Friday, so we will do first review upon my return and then start the interview process after we do a first review. The reason we restructured was kind of twofold. We are a small department. I needed more of a hands-on, having been in this building for 5 years, we need more of a hands-on working supervisor. So the thought was, is that if we hired another assistant director, Dave was, don't get me wrong, I don't want that to sound like that from that perspective, but when you put a new job out, there's an expectation of what an assistant director does or doesn't do. And so we really wanted to make sure that the job was well-defined. And when we built this building, it was recommended we had a community center manager, and we never did. So this was kind of taking that recommendation and some other things that we needed and kind of formed a new position. So it is out, it is advertised, so we're gonna go through the process. Any other questions?
Like it.
Okay, good. So then we'll move on to the next section, which is our membership comparison and visit comparison. I always put a very detailed explanation in here, in the packet in regards to that. So obviously it looks significantly drastic here, but as I said in the packet, that is because of how we handled the insurance memberships. We're trying to figure out a way to manage those a little bit better. So when you break it down, it's really not that drastic of a change. Because if you look here, we had 892 renew active versus 23. We get paid for those when they visit, not when they sign up. So our paid memberships are doing well. And then visit comparison for January, we blew January of last year out of the water. So just a few updates to this for February, because we always like to give you a forecasting. We're forecasting that February visitation will exceed by tomorrow, and I didn't check today, we might have done it today. We're averaging 421 visits per day compared to 380 last year per day, so a definite increase there. Daily visits are not going to surpass 2025. We're averaging 51 per day compared to 61 last year. And in reviewing, we had more snow days in February last year, which meant we would have had more kids in during snow days. So we're guessing, just looking at, when I looked at the day-to-day comparison, I could tell you what today's the snow days were when I was looking at the data, so.
We had a warm weather week already too.
Yeah.
Outside.
If you can play basketball outside, you can play basketball outside. I don't blame them, so. And then I just wanted to let you know that February revenue for 2026 has already exceeded February revenue of 2025. We did that Monday morning, so it's been all week, it's been in the plus compared to 2025.
Do you
So
attribute that to the fee increase, or?
I think it's a combination of things, because the fee increase is only 5%, and we did not increase. This increase is greater than 5%. So whenever it's greater than 5%, we're seeing a lot of kids in some new programs that we're offering. We're also seeing more memberships, so we're also seeing more insurance money. We saw a 70, now it's there. We saw a 7% increase in revenue from insurance visitation. So that was accounted for in February's money. So that would have been, I mean, we have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
So.
Not good.
Okay. Any questions about that? I'm gonna put a few notes here, just a second. Sorry.
It's okay. I forgot to bring fortune cookies.
Yeah, it is the new year.
I didn't eat dinner.
Next
Maybe
year.
you're bringing it.
All right, so the last thing, not even the last thing, because I'm doing it all. So we always like to kind of look at year end compared to budget for, 2025. As a reminder, this is unaudited numbers, and this is numbers that park staff, me, put together based on reports that I get from the finance department. So it's not official year end, but I like to just kind of put a bow on it, because it's pretty close. We closed out the books, at the end of January. So, those bills have been paid, but it hasn't been audited. So there could be some slight variations. Let's start with expenditures. Overall expenditures were under budget by 93.3%, and revenues were over budget by 115, slide down so you can see that number, by 115%. So always like that revenues are under budget, or no, expenditures are under budget and revenues are over budget. That's always a good sign. There were some expense lines when you look at it and you look at the actual compared to budget that were over their budgeted lines, and these included recreation services, repair and maintenance services, printing and publication, and property maintenance. So we kind of dug into those to see where we missed the mark when it came to budgeting. Recreation services is a direct correlation to the revenues created by our classes. So when we scroll down and look at revenues, you're gonna see that those revenue lines that are 140% over budget, those are driving expenses related to that. So that's a good thing. Property or repair and maintenance, I guess you can guess what happened there. That was a desert air unit. Yeah. So again, we're learning, and we'll put more money in the budget for next year, because our goal is really to stay, but we wanted to reflect where these expenses happened, so that we can plan for them properly in the future.
But still, these variances
They're
are
minor.
really minor.
They're minor, and
It shows
we were
good
able.
management and expectation of what you're doing, so
Right.
I think that's notable.
Thank you.
Did Parks and Rec have to pick up the cost of the lightning strike?
No, that's insurance covered. Yeah, no, there's a different line for that, thank goodness. Well, and that's the other part that I'm gonna mention at the end of this is, printing and publication, obviously there's been some changes in, inflation, that paper costs are more expensive, so there's just a few things that, kind of caught us a little bit by surprise in those lines, but we are still under budget, which meant we managed those expenses throughout the entire budget, which is the ultimate goal at the end of the day. Yes, we put pockets of money in each of these lines, but at the end of the day, we wanna make sure that bottom line is under what we budgeted, and it was by a little over $200,000, so that is, that's the goal at the end of the day.
Really good.
Revenues on the other side, like I said, they're 115% over budget. We try to get as close as possible. It's a fortune-telling crystal ball. We've had 3 really good years of revenues, and we're still growing, greater than we're comfortable budgeting, which is a good thing. We usually like to budget for about 5% growth. That's pretty industry standard, and we have lines here that are well above 5% if you look at annual memberships, for example. So we want to be conservative in our revenues from that perspective, because we don't want to put a number out there and then be 50% below budget or something like that. Now, obviously, there are 8 lines, so 15 of the 23 lines exceeded budget. 8 lines did not. Some were very, very close, but they did not, so I had to count them. But those only consist of 5.3% of our overall budget, our overall revenue. So it's even though there's 8 lines, it's a very small percentage. So we're currently working on budget, so we're gonna evaluate how we budget those lines this year and make sure we're doing a better job of what we're putting in those lines and getting them to be closer to the actual. The overall subsidy of the building did increase from last year, 1.15%. So obviously we've had a lot of changes in our expenses, so that's driving some of those overall subsidies. I say that to remind you, we are a community center. We just approved, we had a request to change a fee
That's what we're here for. We're not here to make money, we're here to help offset our expenses, and I think this shows that we try our best and do a good job of that.
But it does appear that programs are self-supporting.
They are.
And that the city subsidy manages physical operations and some FTEs.
Yes, that is correct. Mm-hmm.
And is the county or the library system, involved in maintenance of the parking lot at all? Or is that all us?
We have a cooperative use agreement with them to, and that, yes, we do get an offset of that, but I don't ever account for that, and I don't know where that gets accounted for. I don't ever take that into consideration.
Merchandise revenue, I see is $8. Somebody needs to do a better job there perhaps, but.
Well, you notice we don't really budget anything for that?
Yeah, that's okay.
It's in the flag.
Is that like the
Just,
It's, I don't really know what
Do you
that
maintain any inventory?
We don't personally,
Okay.
no. This is, I'm guessing what that was is somebody miscoded a t-shirt to a line,
Oh, okay.
maybe. I don't know. We don't really do merchandise for the building. If we're gonna do merchandise, we're probably gonna give it away in some way, shape, or form, like the towels or the tote bags, things like that.
I bought a shirt.
Yeah, and that's funded from something that happens at City Hall, so that all is managed by City Hall.
Okay.
Your
that's
small
fine.
group personal fitness, you probably have a lot more revenue.
Well, and that's the Fit Class Pass and, personal trainers, and this year we saw our personal trainers grow to 8. So it's definitely more Fit Class Pass revenue, and our Fit Class Pass, as mentioned in the memo, was outstanding this year. So, they're doing a really good job of managing that program, and that program is now doing what it's intended to do.
Since Child Watch has had utilization, I mean, my family utilizes
Mhm.
it, have we ever considered expanding hours for that?
No. That's a service, and so any expansion of that service is, it's not even breaking even with the staff that works there. So right now, it's more along the lines of having it be a service during the times that we think that, moms or dads need or would be utilizing it.
Sure.
So. Are there any other questions? Okay. Sorry. Take Abby for granted, I need to make sure I don't do that in the future.
Yeah, she's quick.
She is. All right, so I'm just managing the whole agenda, so we're gonna go through, Heartland Artist Exhibition. This event flyer was included in your packet. All the volunteer positions have been assigned, so we're excited about that. Fingers crossed, we'll still be on vacation, or get to go on vacation. The program guide will be printed this week. In order to have it include the winners, we always wait to get that printed, so it will be printed this week. This is the final year of the Heartland Purchase Award, which is sponsored by the foundation. The spot is already identified. It's at the end of this hallway, the very last wall, right before the exit door. There's a blank spot on the wall. So we know what it is. It will be hung after the conclusion of the show. So, we're excited about that. So, 1st of April, it should be hung. Is that? No, that's a previous winner. No, we don't let you know any of the winners until March 7th. Cause Tyson, I'm afraid you would go and tell. You would go and tell all the artists.
It's in your social media.
Did you tell us last week, are they doing something different with the money they would have used
Yes.
for last month?
Well, actually, they're gonna start this year, and they're gonna pay for all the high school art awards,
Oh, that's
and we're
perfect.
upping the dollar amount
Awesome.
for that also. So yes, they are going to, do that this year, actually. We asked for next year, and they're like, well, we'll just do it this year.
That's great.
Yeah, we're excited about that. So is Ingrid, because that saves some money in her budget. March 13th is our next free day for Merriam residents. So we identified 2 free days per each brochure cycle, for Merriam residents to visit for free. We try and align these days with days that the Shawnee Mission School District is not in session, so that, families have an option to explore us as well. So March 13th is that day. Any questions about layout? Okay, all famous brunch with the bunny. March 28th. This event historically sells out, to date. We already have 92 of the 125 spots filled. So we're anticipating it to sell out again this year. There are limited volunteer opportunities, that we offer for this event. So, if anybody on city council or park board would like to volunteer, we offer that to you guys first. So if you are interested in volunteering, please contact Ingrid. And then if we need extra, then we open it up to the public. But since there are so few, we like to make sure our boards and commissions have the opportunity to fill those spots first.
Is there a signed bunny yet?
We do have an assigned bunny, yes. The bunny is going to be filled by actually a staff member this year.
Great.
Because it's miserable.
Yeah.
It is physically taxing.
It is. We have a young staff member that really enjoys it, so we're gonna put her in it, and she's not afraid of kids. Yeah. Yeah. All the best, all the best. Okay, so I do have a few program updates. We are in the season of the year that we are getting ready for, lots of fun things coming up. So I'd like to talk about the farmer's market, first of all. Ingrid has done a great job with this. The deadline for vendors that want to return is March 9th. We have 18 returning vendors that will occupy 22 booth space. This includes one vendor who has transitioned from being a daily last year, who's going to be a season-long vendor this year. So that is very exciting. We'll be accepting 6 new full season vendors, and we have 5 regular daily vendors that they've already submitted that they don't really want to be season vendors, but if we have daily vendor spots available, they want them. So Ingrid's trying to figure out a way to incorporate them since we don't have, since we haven't had any other vendors that will take that spot. So it looks like we're gonna have another very full farmer's market season out of our 36 booth spaces. We'll be confirming the vendors over the next 2 weeks, making sure everybody is good with their assignments. The preseason vendor meeting is scheduled for April 8th. This will be their opportunity to kind of get the rules and regulations. Nothing's really changing, but we always like to have that meeting. Both market attendants will be returning for another season. Laura has 4 years of experience with us, and Brady Lynn joined the team last year. So we're excited that this year we'll have returning staff. That makes Ingrid's job a lot easier. Opening day for the market is May 2nd, so mark your calendar. The first 250 shoppers will receive a market tote, and there will be live music from the Maybells from 10 to noon.
That's only on the first opening day.
That's only on the first opening day. Did you want a market tote?
Yeah.
Don't be shy.
Did you have another idea? Okay. I will say there is going to be another giveaway throughout the year.
No,
Ingrid is.
I was referring to the music.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Are you in the band?
No.
Oh.
So she does music the first Saturday of every month, and then we do a kids activity the third Saturday of every month. We used to do music every month, but the vendors didn't really appreciate it so much. So this was a fun compromise to be able to do a kids activity and music. Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
If you were actually passionate about the tote, it's okay too.
It is.
Yeah.
But there is another giveaway. Seed paper bookmarks.
I remember those.
Maybe we should vote on giving Tyson a tote.
Can we set one aside for a board member?
I'll see what I can come up with.
Are any of
She has
our,
pull,
like,
Tyson. She has pull.
the neighbor city and farmers markets doing anything different or closing
Right.
that will get more people? Like,
Well, we still have, OP,
Yeah.
that's still kind of in flux
Okay.
of what they're doing. So I think we'll still see some, and that's where some of our new vendors have come from, and they actually prefer us,
those things.
so they might not be going back.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if there was a, you know, OC.
there a concerted effort to balance food versus doodads, or is
She-
it just first come, first served?
She does try.
You gotta rent slots,
Yeah,
I guess.
she does try, to make sure that we only do so many crafts, so many of this, so many of that. But at the end of the day, sometimes
You wanna fill a booth?
you wanna
The
fill,
check.
yeah, the check
Revenue.
clear.
I get it.
It's revenue.
Yeah.
Beats
But
driving.
she does, what she is, working on, and we kind of, massage the language a little bit better, is to make sure that people realize this isn't, an opportunity to sell, commercial products.
Oh, green food stuff.
Yeah, yeah, oh, it's not for Mary Kay and Tupperware, it's,
Yeah, yeah.
and you don't get to take a commercial product and put a bow on it and say you made it. So she is, trying to audit those a little bit better, just so that it truly is, we are featuring handcrafted products.
Cause it has been that.
It has
That's
been,
been
it always has been, but we have had more requests of the other,
A flea market.
yeah, and she's
versus
just,
farmers.
yeah, she wants it to, we want it to stay true to what it is.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Will there be any, future, or is there any planned future, like, giveaways for, like, the home efficiency kits and stuff like that?
I don't know, that's usually something that we coordinate with City Hall,
Yeah.
if they have some, and I don't know where the balance of those are. And sometimes, we try and coordinate with Public Works if they have leftover petunias and things, once they, cause they raise those in the greenhouse,
Yeah.
and once they get all the baskets planted, and once they get all the beds planted, sometimes we'll do, flower sales with them.
I don't know if there's anything planned yet.
Nothing, nothing, that's
Those are
usually,
always cool, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
those
and
are-
the totes, but.
Yeah. Sorry, Tyson.
I actually want a tulip,
Yeah, I love
tulip
it.
bulb.
Those are usually kind of a, I don't want, kind of a last minute, like, hey, we've got this.
Yeah, yeah.
What can we do with this? So, yeah.
You moved into tulip dump, didn't you? So you did that in the Rock Hill
No.
neighborhood, at the end of the season, they would just dump them in a pile, and the neighbors
We
would
don't do-
scavenge it.
We don't do tulips. We do petunias
Yeah,
and,
okay, I didn't think so.
but no, not those.
Jumbled up.
No, the, they're, oh gosh, it'll come to me later. My brain is not gonna come up with, I want to call it posy,
Tulips
but it's
probably
not a
come out
posy.
this week.
You might. So the Turkey Creek Festival 5K, festival and 5K, we're underway for the 5K. Logistics are quickly taking shape. We have 2 sponsors already on board for that event, Georgetown and Seaboard. Boy Scout Troop 0247 have confirmed their participation in the pancake breakfast. The race DJ is confirmed. We're gonna have a different logo this year. It's actually on the website now, under the race. It's a maroon logo. And the shirt color will be maroon, so what you see is kind of a representation of what the t-shirt's gonna look like. With the rising cost of supplies, we're working with the t-shirt vendor to determine a shirt that is nice quality but fits within our budget, so, it's kinda crazy what the price of t-shirts have done. Our medals will be ordered in a few weeks, and the promotion of the race is underway. We already have 7 runners registered.
What's
so,
the date on that?
May
True, true.
16th?
Is that your truth?
One
No.
hell of a race.
One hell of a race again, yep, yep. So, yeah, May 16th, 3rd Saturday in May. My brain's not in May yet, so, yeah, that is right. Any questions about, oh, let me finish. The festival entertainment lineup is secure. We have Christy Wyatt and the Moxie, Easy Street, and Acoustic Night, so those are our 3 acts. The pie eating contest will occur at 1 o'clock again. We have 12 confirmed food trucks, 6 confirmed sponsors, and 13 confirmed vendors. The vendors are the, people that pay like $125, so the difference between a sponsor and a vendor. Other entertainment for the day will be Happy Faces Entertainment. We'll have the dinosaur encounter again, drum safari. The bubbleologist will be back. I know she's a big hit. We're still doing wood projects with Home Depot. The balloon artist, face painting, and the kids fishing day, thanks to Cops and Bobbers and the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks. So all of that is, we're getting all those things kind of confirmed and getting all the logistics ready, so. any questions about Turkey Creek Festival 5K? All right, and then, Public Art Committee update. We are working on an RFQ for the, Streamway Trail project. I've sent it to the board for comment, they have sent it back to me, I'm going through their comments. There is one question that I need to get clarification on, and then once I get that, my goal is to post that to Cafe this week. So we'll be in the throes of RFQs with the Public Art Committee at that point. So, that is the update from them, unless anybody has any questions about it.
I saw, the city posted 5701 committees this meeting, or has that recently?
They have not,
Oh, they haven't?
the 5701 committee hasn't met,
I thought I saw one that was coming up or just happened. No?
no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not coordinating it,
Yeah.
so, no, I mean, I'm not,
Okay,
that's not something I'm familiar with.
okay.
I know they're looking at doing a downtown master plan, so there might be some committee getting ready to form for that.
Okay.
That might be different than 5701, because now we're looking at
Yeah.
all of downtown, so it might have been tied in with that announcement maybe.
Oh, okay.
Does anybody have, do we have any new business to get through?
I do not have any new business tonight.
Other business? No. Okay, entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
You're an observant guy, George. I saw the same thing. I asked Chris about it.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said it was a technical error.
Oh.
I'm thinking, I missed the meeting?
I thought they hadn't met for about 3 years.
Something caused it to show up
To pop up.
as a recent one. I think it happened after the date, because it was dated for the 19th of February.
Oh, okay.
But I'm thinking, I know I've looked at that page. I try hard to keep an eye on it.
Now, it will be director.
Well, I'm glad I
It will
wasn't
be,
hallucinating.
the superintendent of recreation facilities, so that's gonna take the assistant director. And then we have rec supervisor for aquatics and fitness, that's.
Space
Yeah,
Odyssey.
yeah, that-
Rec
I can
supervisor
looking
over
at that.
at.
Yeah, yeah.
And we have
I can't do
customer
that.
If
service.
it starts talking to us, I will throw it in the trash.
Okay, okay.
I promise you.
You literally got my back.
Yes,
If it, you know,
supervisor, and that's.
See you later.
should remain silent, motionless, that's my goal.
If you turned it, I was like, oh, yeah, okay.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'm not
okay.
with it. If you guys prefer that
So,
angle,
no,
that's
Ingrid
totally cool.
falls
I'll
under
raise
Renee.
that next time.
So Renee is,
I like the way
hi
I
guys,
did it
thank
'cause it
you.
matched the room.
Ingrid is,
Like in my obsessive compulsive,
Renee
the
is,
cable's the long way, so that would be the long way.
the supervisor.
Like I said, it
And
was
then
just kind
Ingrid
of
is a
weird fish
coordinator.
island, but it kind of
So
turned to me.
Ingrid
That part was
supervises,
eerie, but,
My
Renee
goal is to be
supervises
very
Ingrid
boring.
and Logan.
I'm all
It
for
should
boring.
be very boring.
Lisa
I mean, if it was a
supervises
pink
Logan
floaty
is
saying, I'm
our,
fine
the
with
young
that.
guy, the young
Yeah, I can see
kid
pink,
that's
but-
sometimes at the front
When I
desk.
bought it, there was a
He's
bunch of
younger
a
than
black one and a
Clint.
white one.
Clint had
And I
his
can, I
amputee.
specifically
So
chose the
Logan
black
is
one 'cause I
tall,
thought
he does
that's
all of
the
our,
less
he does bingo and
intrusive
movies
color.
and,
That's
yeah.
a 360 cam too, or is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
When
He's-
we have
he's-
guests,
he's
in the
20
past, I sat in
something.
the corner and then I'm like moving the camera.
And then,
And I think
um,
that could be distracting,
Yeah.
because it's physical motion,
Oh, yeah.
you know?
Um,
So that, there's nothing.
And
to
then
look-
Cole
Yeah, it's all in
oversees
post.
Michael
Now,
and,
the downside is, it's not easy to work.
Chloe.
Yeah. Oh, and
That
it's-
is difficult technology on my end,
Oh, yeah.
but
Well,
we'll
we
get
used
better
to
at it.
technology, like, you know,
Yep.
I'm used to the screen glare and
Cool.
whatever.
He does aquatics and fitness.
Yeah. But cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Nice meeting you guys, and I mean it, I'm proud of this board. I know I'm quiet most of the time, I hope that doesn't lead you guys to think I don't like you. I just sit back here and observe.
Exciting times, yeah.
And the art committee is online, I was there on the 12th, so if you're curious what's going on in the art committee, I don't see names when people view, I see numbers,
Yeah.
but, somebody's watching.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm surprised that there's that many eyeballs.
With me being colorblind, I try to, I don't know if I'm qualified for a lot of art
Alright.
input, but, or at least I normally try to, I think I'm disqualified.
Thank you, David. Is everything else going well?
Yeah.
Good. Busy at work?
Yeah, kind of, your job and, yeah.
So with McCarthy?
I'm now with Kiwi,
Oh, okay.
our nuclear division is getting busy, so, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
All right.
a lot of people doing a lot of good
Okay, well, there you go. Always fun to be busy,
Do
right?
you guys do anything with the deep nuclear, the deep fission? What's that project in Kansas?
I thought I saw some news. It's not on my radar at all.
Some company's doing one where they build it like a quarter mile underground or something.
Yeah, well, we are doing there's a RFP out, but it's in Nevada.
It's like, I don't
But
know how
and
you-
that one's 1,000 feet deep.
How do you get that much heat that far out of a mine shaft?
No, what a lot of those are doing is, they're 1,000 feet deep and they have, they're actually shooting they're like mini, particle accelerators, so they're shooting like particles at like, nuclear material, partly to test like weapon grade stuff and all of that.
Oh,
So it's
so
not like they actually have a reactor down there, it's
Okay.
typically to like test material and stuff.
I thought it was for generation.
The one in Kansas, I haven't heard about that one, but the other one like in Nevada and other stuff.
And a generation puts out a huge amount of waste heat.
But,
I
yeah, there's a lot of news, yeah.
I spent trying to put a data center in a cave once.
Oh, yeah.
That quickly became unfeasible.
There's, a lot of new technology, a lot of new stuff going on, it's crazy.
Have a good evening, David.
So you were actually present at the drainage district the first time I used this thing.
Yeah.
Did that disrupt to your observation at all at the drainage district? So I heard no complaints from
Well,
that.
I'm very familiar with the 360 cameras, because I
Yeah.
have one, but, I honestly, it made me really self-conscious, all my movements, just sitting there, because it was like right in front of me. That camera isn't quite, it doesn't give me quite that feeling, because it's farther back, so I don't, just my knowledge of cameras, because I video myself.
I'm pretty sure you've been on this one. I don't know.
Oh, I know I've been on them.
Yeah.
But I'm also.
Oh, yeah, 'cause this at the end of the room, so this sees everything.
Yeah, but I'm also smaller in frame, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's like, but I understand how the 360 works.
Yeah.
I
I have been a little bit on the fence as to the video quality, because looking at a face, because it's so fisheye, there's fewer pixels per face,
Right, but in the software, you can adjust the level of the fisheye, you can push in, you can, so you have that ability.
Do you have a big GPU on one of
No.
your editing station?
No, but I don't have the large 360. Some of my friends do. I chose not to go that route because when I do my videos, I kind of go down and dirty.
Yeah.
And because I might run a race on Sunday, and I put my videos up by Monday, so I don't want to mess with like orienting the footage.
Yeah.
I want to use.
I will tell you that it is quite a burden.
Yeah.
So.
And I didn't want to get into. I'm focusing on editing and cutting the music and stuff, so I don't want to start like deciding if I want to like do the big like global fisheye 360 look, or like do more like the 16 by 9, or
If I'm gonna make this stick, I need to find a way to make it easier on a recurring basis for the publishing side, because you can't just upload straight to YouTube easily in a useful way.
Huge.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I've probably got 60 or 80 gigs right now.
Yeah.
The SD card, I had to get a special micro SD card because it can't keep up.
Well, I'm even having to go. I'm gonna probably have to get an 8 terabyte external drive, because I have 12 years of videos. I run a race every weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm just running out of storage because I'll run with my GoPro, and then my 360. My 360 ends up being, now I'm trying 400. No, I can't even remember the gigs.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. My other thought was I was gonna try to use it as a dash cam, because we don't have one of those. And every once in a while, there's some close call thing, and there's not time to get out of phone, so there just needs to be something 24/7 while we're driving. But then to make it go between that mode and like a meeting mode, that's even more work. So
Yeah.
it's an interesting technology. I'm not 100% sold on it, frankly, but I think it has a lot of advantages.
I like my 360, but I carry my GoPro, and then I want my little 360 for additional footage.
Yeah.
like my B-roll.
Yeah.
And, the battery time is amazing for, you know, the size of the thing, but I get like 30 minutes of footage before the battery dies. Now, if I put it in the case, I'll get like 4 hours.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, the battery time is not good on this.
on that,
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it could be better if I reduced the resolution. I need
What
to,
are you
I need to
shooting at?
experiment. It's 8K.
oh, you're doing it, oh, wow,
Yeah.
okay.
So that's what takes that SD card.
So you're not getting pixelated footage.
You know, it's I've uploaded the full, like the bispheric, I think that's what they call it, where there's like two circles, and looked at that, and even zooming into a face, it's not like I can count anyone's nose hairs at this table. It's not that clear. But what it does do is you don't have to move a camera to see different things. You know, did you never meet Samatier when he was alive? Okay. So one of my biggest complaints about him was every time he moved that tripod, it was like and that motion was a distraction.
Yeah.
And so this, I think, actually has the opportunity to reduce distraction because there's no need to mess with it.
Right.
You know, if there's anything in the room that I want to like change focus on, I can do that in post. There's no reason to touch it. So, you know, there's a few advantages like that.
Yeah. There's advantages and disadvantages, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, have a nice one.
Thank you. You too.
Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting. See you around Merriam.